I'll look at what's going on with the Dahlia. Obviously, that's foremost on everybody's mind in the weather. Franklin is way out to sea. It's very strong. 125-mile-an-hour winds, yeah, but it's staying away from land. It'll give us some surf and some rip currents, and that's about it. This is the one we want to watch, though, during the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. First thing tomorrow morning, it's likely to be making landfall right along the extreme northeastern corner of the Gulf of Mexico. Now, a lot of that is swampland, and there'll be really, really high tides quite likely out of this, because Wednesday is also a full moon. That adds a little bit of an extra gravitational pull, and the tide is up anyway. There's where things are by 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. It's moved past Valdosta, Georgia, and is moving on through, weakening somewhat, but likely still a low-end hurricane even by Wednesday afternoon after it's been over land for a considerable distance. There's where things are by 7 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday to the northwest, just northwest of Savannah, and also to the west of Charleston, and then emerging somewhere very, very near the Myrtle Beach area, and then moving on out to sea. Now, this got it a little bit farther northward than does the Hurricane Center projections. They've got a little bit farther southward, right on into here. So the effect might not be quite as strong going on for the Outer Banks, for example, with some of this heavy rainfall. 26 to 30-mile-an-hour winds at the shoreline in Virginia Beach. 19 to 25 miles an hour at Cape Hatteras. This has got winds gusting to around 55. That's entirely possible coming up during the afternoon, early part of the day anyway, coming up on Thursday, maybe even 60 miles an hour. By 4 o'clock, it eases off. I tend to think, again, storm will likely be a little bit farther to the south and east. There's where things are by 4 in the afternoon Thursday, and then it is dropping east-southeastward, and conditions are improving, and the wind is dropping on down by Friday morning. So that's what's going on with that storm. We're not going to take a direct hit. Even the Outer Banks aren't going to take a direct hit. 40% chance of rain. Well, that's late in the day tomorrow, mainly for North Carolina, but also into the south side. Peninsula less so, but we start to see things work their way and conditions deteriorate a little bit. It's not going to be horrible coming up by Wednesday night. Thursday, 60% chance of rain, excellent chance of rainfall, especially for the south side and most especially for eastern North Carolina. Windy most especially for the Outer Banks, and then everything improves coming up for the day on Friday and into the long weekend.